All right, you know what it is. You're riding with your big homie DJ Bulletproof. You know it's all about that Bulletproof Radio. Got Jay Kiss with me.
Mwah.
And tonight's guest in the building is the homie. He goes by the name of Popeye Caution.
Yeah.
All right,
Hey,
so
I'm on.
listen, me and Popeye go way back. All right, way back. This is not a new thing. This is not a new introduction. This is my family. So everything that y'all hear right here is going to be like a conversation between brothers, all right? So we're going to talk about some new music that you got on the way.
Yes, brother.
All right. We're going to talk about basically the come up. So, I mean, I'm already familiar with you. So for those who are not familiar with Popeye Caution, go ahead and introduce yourself to them.
Well, I go by the name of Popeye Caution. Was raised in Jamaica. I was born in Jamaica and raised in the States. And I just kept going, you know what I'm saying? So Popeye Caution is a household name, turning from a dancer to an artist to a family man, you know what I'm saying? And I just represent for Florida. I represent for the whole Miami, Florida, and I've been putting in work for a long time.
All right. So on the music scene, though, originally from when my introduction to you on the music scene, you were a dancer when we first met.
Yeah, for sure.
What was it that gave you the calling to say, you know what, I don't just want to dance to the music, I want to make my music?
You know, honestly, it was probably hovering around, but I think I would honestly say Bogle.
Bogle.
Remember Bogle?
Yeah, I remember Bogle.
Word like them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think from he started doing music, every dancer started doing music because we were so highly influenced by him.
Right.
So when the first song he did was all them there, we all them there, all them there. So now you got us as like, that's our guru. We looking up to him like, oh, he could do music. Let us, try something at the time. But it wasn't really like my calling. But like I said, my first breakout single wasn't Shoes Off. I had some other little song like, you remember those little songs I had? All those, Katrina, Temperature. I had little songs that was doing this thing, but my breakout hit for me that I didn't think it would be my breakout was the Shoes Off, Shoes On single.
Yeah, I remember, I ain't gonna lie, I remember.
It was big, man.
I was driving to go to Madhouse on a Friday night.
Yeah.
And this is before our station was around. But I was on the way going to Madhouse down in Miami, and on the radio I hear the Shoes Off record going. I was like, yo, I had a proud moment when I heard it. Like, me as a friend, you know what I'm saying? And this was before me touching radio. This was before our station was around. And just as a friend, I was like, yo, the Popeye got a tune on the radio.
Popeye got a tune already. So that's what kind of put the battery in my back.
Right.
Like, I'm on radio. Hey, I sound good. Like, let me take this serious.
Right.
Let's go.
Let me take this serious. And my voice is kind of unique too. People say on the record. So I was like, all right, let me do another one. And I did another one. It was good. But my breakout single that really made me feel like, okay, it's more than dancehall now. It's more like Hollywood.
Well, Hollywood record is
I was
big.
on radio.
Yeah.
I was with the DJ Nasties. I was with the DJ and I was with those guys that are playing the radio at the drive at 5. That's when I was like, whoa, okay, this is really it for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I really got like, all right, this was my calling.
One of those moments where you shocked yourself.
The
realization.
I was super shocked. The song was good. Bullet, you remember Shoes? You play? I mean not Shoes Off. Not Shoes Off.
Hollywood. I was playing in
Bullet.
I got my dub plate, as a matter of fact.
Nobody has
What?
that.
You got the dub plate for
on dub
Hollywood?
plate. Yeah.
I could count on my hands. Like 5 people in the world have that dub plate. And I still think that's one of my biggest songs up to this day. No matter what I'm saying, I love this song, I love this song. I think Hollywood is still one of my biggest songs out of Miami for me. World known, like everybody know. I used to be in Bullet ears every night at Club Cameo. Yo, Bullet.
Cameo.
I know Bullet got tired of me, but he saw the passion. He saw that.
Definitely, and but it was a no-brainer. It's just the timing.
It was the timing. He couldn't play it every night.
No, it wasn't about playing it every night. Like I said, it's a conversation between brothers.
Yeah.
It wasn't about playing it every night. It's just that, I'm one of them DJs, like I try and, especially if it's new music, I want to work it in at the right time and make sure that it can sound good, because I'm one of them DJs where I want to make sure the crowd, and you got to introduce new music the right way. You can't just slam records in, because then next thing you know, people just going to stand around. I want them to dance into it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the times where you would come is like, okay, I'm going to get to it, because I want to get to that tempo.
Yes,
I want to get to the tempo and introduce the record the right way and fit it in the right way. So it wasn't about not being able to play it every night is just
Yeah.
the right time to play it.
True.
So that I look good and you look good at the same time.
And your platform was big, so it really he couldn't really, like he said, he had to know what he was doing. That was the Cameo. That's like the biggest, like
Yeah, there was,
the biggest thing at the time.
At the time on South Beach, Saturday nights, there was no other Saturday night
There's
party.
no other
Period.
Saturday night touching
Period.
Cameo.
Yeah, and Cameo was like the
Mecca.
the premier club at that time,
Yeah,
along with
Dream.
Mansion.
I
Dream
know,
was
Mansion,
across.
Soul
Mansion
Dream.
was across the
Dream.
street. Cameo. Mansion was up the street. Dream was across the street from Cameo.
Yep.
But these were like the main parties that were going on. So
And Bullet, honestly, I was the only one from the city coming up South Beach trying to get on with the whole scene.
and that's what
that was real grind.
no,
like,
that is
wasn't
real
easy.
grind.
Sets you apart.
Because
yes.
I complain about this. A lot of Miami artists have a weird sense of entitlement. you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So a lot of them don't want to work. So with you, what you were doing, you're showing the difference. Like you were going out, like, yo, let me go out, let me make sure
shaking
I'm at
hands.
this club, I'm at this club. I know
Yep.
this DJ, that DJ. Even if there weren't dance hall DJs, it's hip hop. You made sure, no, I got to know this person. There's times with Popeye, yo, who's that? Yo,
Exactly.
can you introduce me?
Yeah.
Like he puts in the grind, put in the work. He wanted to make sure that he was successful. So I definitely commend you on that.
Thank you, brother. And you also, like, you pushed me too, Bullet, because like I said, you didn't have to play my records, but you believe in me and you also believe in the sound. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it was like, it was a no-brainer, like you said. And I watch you grind, you watch me grind, and nothing was given. You know what I'm saying? We worked.
Even to this day, I went to just recently. I went to go check out my good friend. I call him my bestie, Walshy Fire.
Oh, Walshy Fire. I was
So-
just in the studio with him today, this morning.
So if you guys know Walshy Fire, he's part of Major Lazer.
Yes.
But he's also a producer, big time DJ, international world DJ. He was on with Black Chiney once upon a time as well. And the thing about Walshy, he does this Tuesday night party in Wynwood.
Koyo, that's my
At Koyo, a little small spot. When you go to Koyo, you're gonna see it. It's a taco place in the front.
Yeah.
You know, that's my spot.
You're gonna go in there, you're thinking that you're ordering tacos and tequila.
Yeah.
But it's a speakeasy where you go through the back door. There's a whole club behind
Looks
the
like
taco
you're going to
joint.
use the restroom, but don't get tricked.
Don't get tricked.
You know?
Don't get tricked.
So you would drive by and you're gonna wonder why this taco place has like you're gonna think, damn, the food got to be good because you see a line standing in front of the taco joint, but no, there's a club in the back.
Love, yeah.
So Walshy does a party called Rum and Bass there, but you go in there, Popeye's a superstar. You know what I'm saying? And Walshy just another artist, another DJ that embraces your
music.
career and your music.
That whole community is like that vibe too. It's just happy people, and that's where I break all my records. Like,
Right. And that's why I run to Wynwood to just pick a vibe. You know,
Yeah,
when
the
you're trying
vibe.
to find a vibe, get a little snack, a little drink. It's a great place to just start.
yeah,
real
and then
quick.
you don't have to worry about walking with no big racks in your pocket. You just
Right.
you just enjoy yourself. But like I was saying, Koyo introduced a lot of my records to the
Right.
world, and the people in there are just so happy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm getting that vibe every night, and then everything is set up for me there. You know what I'm saying? So if I want to keep a release party, I do it there. Also, shout out to Walshy because he actually co-signed me also on a big record. You remember the work record?
Yeah, the work record was hard.
That record actually got me in the door of the mainstream world. That's when my fan base started going like techno and Latin people, and that's why I start like really getting a whole different culture, a diverse audience. So shout out to Walshy, but you see Koyo Taco when you go there on a Tuesday night, the vibe is good, the music is good, the energy is right, and they play everybody music.
Right.
But
the
that's like-
watermelon margaritas are perfect.
She like the okay. I see where she going with it. I see where she going with it.
But let's talk about so we talk about Walshy co-signing you. Who are some of the other artists and people that co-signed Popeye Caution?
Mack Maine from Young Money.
That's fire.
That's what's
Mack
up.
Maine from Young Money.
That's a big and Mack Maine knows music. Like he knows artists and potential.
He knows,
will
and I
say
know
that.
Bullet's familiar with Mac because we always out like every. I used to actually roll with Mac Man at one point, yeah, because I did a song called "Bottle Girls Gone Wild" that went crazy
Oh,
too.
that went crazy.
That
too.
was actually like my
I
big.
remember that
That
one.
was a follow up after Hollywood.
That was the follow up after Hollywood. This is when I was like, okay, Papa, you might be a rapper now.
Yeah, I think
this
that's
is what
when I became aware of your music.
Bottle Girls?
Bottle Girls.
No.
From that one.
That was a good one. So I met Mack Maine. I met Birdman first, and then I think Birdman introduced me to Mack Maine. Well, Birdman's busy, so obviously I'm gonna get to talk to Mac. And Mac was like, "Yo, bro, I love that Hollywood record you got." He was keeping me close, so we almost was signed to Young Money. honestly, with that record. But you know how I go. But we still cool. I was actually with Mac like 3 weeks ago at the Chris Brown at Live. So that's my boy.
Fine.
Shout out Mac Man.
Yeah,
He believed in me.
So and I know I was on your Grammy the other day, and another artist was co-signing your new single, "Gorgeous."
We got Bounty. I got a bunch. Sean Paul. A lot of people like really like that song.
Getting behind the song, and because I saw the post. I saw you repost that Bounty was telling you to keep going. He saw the record, the record. He said it's a vibe and told you to keep going.
Yeah, man.
And then I know that you also, there's another artist that you wrote, we spoke about Bogle, but there's another dancer turn artist as well.
Yeah, man. Ding Dong, my brother, man. Like I said, we work hard, and we also have one of the biggest song out of Kingston. So it's like we have to work together so much with that one record. Like every show, that's like the second song on his set. So. Right. We have to, like, there's a no-brainer. We outside for sure.
Yeah,
so
this makes sense.
We just came off his tour. It's Birdman Forward 20 years anniversary in New York. So
it's been 20 years? Jeez.
Yeah, bro. 20 years of that record, bro. It still plays like right classic. Now. Yeah, so it's like for some young artists, we make classic records, low key. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like a timeless cut because I can't even imagine that it's been 20 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Birdman Forward.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a timeless classic because they still play. I just played it Sunday at Brick. As a matter of fact, it's a record that has to play.
I think he did a remix now with Skilly. It's fire. I don't know if you heard it yet.
No, I didn't hear it.
It's out.
It's
on his album. So I got I have one song on his album that came out. Me, Ding Dong, and Busta Rhymes. Fire. Where you find this? I got a song with Busta Rhymes. Matter of fact, I gotta clap. We gotta clap ourselves.
Gotta clap that one. I gotta clap that one.
Not a lot of artists said they have a song with Busta.
Another legend.
Yeah, man, that's another legend.
Shout out to Busta too. Yeah.
Shout out to Busta, man. Busta always show love and encourage us to keep going and be great. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Busta. He killed it, by the way, too. So,
all right. So in this generation of music, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so you have, though you've been around for a while. You know, I could say your foundation. You've been around a lot of integral people in dancehall, from dancers to artists.
Yeah.
You know, because it's funny enough because you have some artists that want to turn dancers. Like back in the days, Elephant Man used to always want to. He's an artist, but he used to always do dancing songs, and he used to always want to do the dancing thing. But right now, how would you describe Popeye Caution as an artist?
Popeye Caution as an artist now is like, I'm just more like aware of things and more like mentally prepared and still learning. As I'm going, there's a lot more I still have to learn as an artist. I'm learning more of the business side of it because I was more about the entertainment side of it. Now I'm learning more of the business side, and I'm like, okay, this is a whole different thing from what's going on from this side. So I'm just still learning.
Right.
You know, I'm still grasping it in. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so in 3 years, what do you want people to feel when they hear your name, or what do you want them to recognize you with when they hear Popeye Caution?
I just want to be that household name representing for Miami and just a world artist, like doing big stage shows, big concerts. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just representing for the city. No,
as long as you talking into fruition, man, it's gonna happen.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's talk about the new single real quick. So you got this new joint. We got 2 records actually.
Yes.
The first one we did premiere right here on 103.5. It was Gorgeous.
That's my latest ladies single because I felt like I haven't been reaching out to my ladies of lately with the music. It's just been all fun, swag, and drip. I just felt like I had to get back to my ladies, them, the girl, them.
Thank you.
And
appreciate it.
They showing me mad love on this record, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do a couple more for my lady fan bases because I always had a big lady fan base and just haven't been doing enough for you guys. So.
Thank you for coming back.
You know
what
I would like to see?
I think the industry took a minute away from the ladies and the love and all of that and the dance and it was across the board. So we forgive you. But thanks for coming.
Yeah, I'm back.
What I would like to see, no lie, I would like to see like a. Because even we played it earlier. There's 2 songs that we played, and you said like, "Oh, these are my joints." So it was like the Chris Brown residuals,
yes,
and the Mutt joint from Leon Thomas,
yes.
But I would like to see, because you know how in dancehall we like to flip records too at the same time, like do remixes, like a dancehall version. For the ladies, like a little singing kind of vibe from Popeye. You know what I'm saying? I would be curious to see how that sounds. That's just my little thing. I want to see how that sounds like a little ballad from Popeye.
Well, it's funny you're saying that because I'm dropping the 27th.
Oh, you got a ballad?
I got a ballad.
Okay.
The ladies go love. I switch it up a little bit for sure. Yes.
Yeah, I would like to see that. So yeah, make sure you
I'll
sure
make sure you
bring
have
one.
that personally bulletproof with your dub plate, with the bulletproof dub plate.
You know I need the dub.
I know y'all dub plate lovers.
All right, so we talked. Gorgeous one we premiered. That's the ladies' joint. So the other one is called Moody, right?
Moody. Yeah, this is more of like talking about the drip. You never know what I'm gonna wear tonight. You never know what we gonna wear. So I'm kind of trying to get away from the swag word.
Right.
So the drip is moody.
Right.
You don't know what we rocking. I don't know what I'm rocking tonight. It's a moody drip. You know
It just
what I'm
depends on the
saying?
mood.
Yeah, it depends on the mood. Yeah.
Right.
So
this
it's moody.
It's moody. Yeah.
I like that.
Thank you. So my new record is called Moody, and it's a banger. It's a banger.
All right, that's fire.
Yeah, man.
All right, so we're gonna talk more about Popeye as an artist. Now, where is it that you're at with balancing the business side? Because I heard you speak about it. Like you're trying to get more on the business side and the creativity side. Where's your balance with that?
It's in between because it's like I gotta be worrying about marketing the records and doing that and doing that and doing that. And then I gotta go back in the studio and cut a record. So it's like I'm in between, but I'm balancing it well. And I also have help from my friend A Style that's doing a lot for me right now. So I'm in between. I'm balancing it well, doing my thing.
All right, so let me ask you this. Before we close out, if you had to tell your younger self something, if you had to go back, you had the opportunity, and you had to tell a younger Popeye Caution something, what would you tell him?
If I had to tell my younger Popeye Caution something, that's a good question. What would I tell myself? Because I tell myself that all the time. That's crazy. What would I tell myself? That's a hard one. Let me see. What would I tell myself? It's so much. What would I tell myself?
It's like like the back in the days with what's the name of the movie? Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. Yeah.
Yeah. So Marty had to go back, and you can't really tell yourself too much because you don't want to
I wish I would have
change the
took
future.
music probably more serious at an early age. I felt like I would have been where I want to be.
Right now.
Yeah, right now.
Right.
It's like now I'm still climbing, but if I felt like I would have really took it serious from a little earlier,
you just give yourself a nudge and say,
nudge.
This is what you.
Yeah,
you need to be
I felt like I would have been out of here with it already.
Okay.
But nothing happened before time.
Listen, this is something I've been preaching to a lot of people, and I don't want to say preach or whatever too much. This is something I've been sharing with a lot of people. God is always on time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, God is always on time. I don't want to sound too preachy and everything.
No, amen.
But,
You're right.
You're right. Even from a spiritual, I don't because everybody have their different religions, their different faiths and stuff like that. But one day, if we believe that there is a God, you got to believe that God is always on time.
You're right.
So, we might think that this one ain't hit, this one ain't make it, but it's the setup.
Yep.
It's the setup for greatness. You know what I'm saying? And where you're saying that you want to be that world international artist.
Yes.
All this is a setup for that. It's the trials, the tribulations, the practice, the endurance to make you stronger to be able to handle those situations.
Right.
Because you don't want to get to that situation and crash. No,
you're right.
Or fold.
And I feel like it's all happening right now for me.
Right.
Like every morning I wake up, I feel like I accomplished something bigger and bigger every day. Like it's there. I'm right there.
Right.
I never felt like this before.
Isn't it magical?
While doing music. Yeah, it's like it's magical.
It's magical.
Yeah, I see it happening, but at the right time.
When you're going through your journry, walking through your process, checking off your manifestations.
Yep, there you go. Every day I talk to my friend, I say, I see this thing happening now. I really I feel it.
I love that.
Yeah, man. So, I just stay positive.
Yeah, you just got to keep your eyes on the finish line, man. You just know you're going to cross it. All right, so do me a favor. Before we get out of here, let everybody know how they can keep in contact with you.
You already know what it is. Your boy Popeye Caution. You can follow me on Instagram, Popeye Caution, Twitter, Popeye Caution, Facebook. Everything is Popeye Caution. You already know we at the beat.
Yep, 103.5. You know what it is. Bulletproof Radio. Yours truly alongside J Kiss.
Mwah!